JD, your first question will be from Len Clark.
JD, Len Clark, Dublin City FM. Just talk about the learning experience and playing in the Fiesta Bowl. And then secondly, what did you learn playing alongside Drew White as a linebacker this year?
Drew White's been awesome to me. And even in the locker room today, throughout the whole game, like he's there, he's talking to me, and he's just been a good person to be able to lean on. And I've been able to lean on him a lot. Just he's been able to pick me up, teach me things, just the little details of the game that you don't necessarily like pick up from just watching film and things like that. And so, I mean, I'm so thankful to have played along Drew White, and it's disappointing to not be able to finish the way we needed to finish and help these seniors be able to finish the way they wanted to finish.
Let's go to Eric Hampton.
Hey, JD, a couple of questions for you. One is, what was Marcus like as a head coach, maybe in comparison to a defensive coordinator this month? And the other thing is, as you kind of spin into 2022, what are your goals? What are your thoughts about what needs to get better with this team as you go into next season?
I think Coach Freeman's done an awesome job. I think he prepared us really well. He had us ready for the high tempo. He had us ready. Like, it wasn't schematically. It was the little details of we missed tackles. We didn't win the 50-50 balls, those little details. And we need to make sure we do that better, and it's on us. And going into the next season, I just want to make sure I focus on the fundamentals, the little things like finishing leverage tackles, not going 1-for-1 for blocks, just every little detail, just being able to enhance it. And then just being able to take that next step in leadership and be able to help this team become the team that we want to become.
Pete Sampson.
JD, Marcus did talk about, when Oklahoma State gets into 10 personnel and some of the challenges that did create. Like, could you expound on that as a linebacker, just like why that's maybe a difficult personnel group and sort of what it forces you to do to sort of change up maybe, how you attack it?
Sure. They started out trying to run the ball, and when they go into the 10 personnel, it puts a lot of stress on linebackers as they're in an apex. And a lot of times they're trying to read that apex linebacker. And so a lot of times you're in the fit, but you're also having to help with any kind of duo or two detached receivers. And so it just puts a little more stress on the linebackers. And I mean, we need to just make sure we do a better job as we go forward. Like, I need to make sure I do a better job and just continue to get better.
Aiden Thomas.
Hey, JD. So obviously early in the year, the linebacker room had a lot of injuries. Have some of those guys coming back, but your role expanded a lot, became the leading tackler this season. How did you feel your role as a player and as a leader within the linebacker room developed throughout the year?
I mean, I think throughout the year, it's always going to continue to develop. I'm going to be able to lead better. I'm going to be able to learn. There's a lot of learning from game 1 to game 12 or 13 or whatever this was. And I think going into next season, it's only going to be great. And I mean, there's obviously, it's disappointing. It's embarrassing. I mean, it's like sad for us, but going forward, I think we're going to be better, and we're going to have to take this, learn from it, and go into the off season with a fire.
Pete, did you have another question?
I do not. I'm good. Thank you.
Oh. Any other questions? Angelo?
Yeah, JD, building off of that, just the fire, the motivation, how do you guys turn this into a positive now in the off season? Coach Freeman talked about the honeymoon phase being over. Obviously, there was so much excitement from the fan base around the program, and certainly now there's a lot of disappointment from them as well, in addition to you guys. How do you guys turn this into a positive in the off season?
I think it starts by each of us looking at our own performance and seeing what we need to get better, not just this game, but throughout the entire season, and then taking it from there and becoming closer as a group and loving each other and being able to work throughout this entire season to be able to come back for that first game against Ohio State.
Any questions? JD, thank you so much for your time today. For all of you who joined us for the Fiesta Bowl this year and for this press conference, thank you so much for your time and support, and safe travels to everyone. Thank you.